It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salahadin's chief scholar. Strange choice of target in my opinion. But who are we to question the Master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
Leave now!
I beg of you, just a few coins, please. My family.
You do not want to do that again!
Just a little money, I beg of you. I need food. I'm so hungry.
Surrounded by false knowledge. Creator by
before you to deliver a warning. Should Richard take Jaffa, there will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this.
Let go of me, I've done nothing wrong. She's going to hurt me. Oh dear, what did he do?
The Christian king and his army of infidels! They go against the will of God!
Strange, I've never seen someone do that before.
Please, sir, have any money? A few coins. All I ask is for a few coins. I beg of you. No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
Evvelki sefer elimizden kurtuldu. Bu sefer kaçmasına izin verme.
Great civilization! Make no mistake, it is our very existence we are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all wiped from the world. We must resist. We must push back.
No,
Kalabalığın
you
içine
don't
karışmayı
understand. I have
seviyorum.
nothing.
The shaitan is everywhere.
Kimsenin sizi kandırmasına izin vermeyin.
Waiting. He tempts us always. Be strong. Strong like Salahadin. And take up arms against our enemies.
Bir daha tekrar
Careful.
etsin, anladın mı?
I could have been hurt.
Can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry. I beg of you. Just a few coins. I need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you.
Evvelki sefer elimizden kurtuldu. Bu sefer kaçmasına izin vermeyin.
Please, can't you spare something?
Gözünüzü dört açın, geri dönecek.
Hungry. No, please don't leave. Just a few coins, please. I beg of you. I beg of you, just a few coins, please. I beg of you. I beg of you, just a few coins, please. My family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins? Please, sir, have any money?
لن أدعك تفلت مرة أخرى.
Have any money?
I wish to see him, to hear him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Then they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city, that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
Geber kafir! Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Atlamasına izin vermeyin! Burada! Bu tarafta!
أحسنتم صنعا.
It does not mean we must as well. This is our chance to begin anew. Let Jubair lead you to revelation. Let him lead you to the light. Though our fathers dwelled in darkness and their fathers before them, it does not mean we must as well. This is our chance to begin anew. Let Jubair lead you to revelation. Let him lead you to the light. Though our fathers dwelled in darkness and their fathers before them, it does not mean we must as well. This is our chance to begin anew. Let Jubair lead you to revelation. Let him lead you to the light. Jubair sees things the way they truly are. Sees the poison you carry in your hearts and minds. He works to cast it out. Remove all texts from your homes and schools. Give them to us. They must be destroyed. I'll teach you to make a fight for it. How dare you! Violence is not the answer, my child.
In this we agree, so speak and I may stay my blade. What is it your master intends? Why destroy all this knowledge?
We lay the stones to build a road upon which soon all men will travel. It leads to a better tomorrow.
That is not what I see.
Then you are blind. The words upon these parchments, they are poison. Jubair holds the cure. He'll free us from their lies.
It's nonsense you speak. You've lost your mind.
No, not lost, but found. I see the world for what it truly is. He has shown me so much. I am illuminated.
A fanatic is all you are, and dangerous for it.
Do what you must. It changes nothing. We are not afraid.
You should be.
What? Who's that?
Over here! Kill him! Out of the way! Infant! Someone die here! What are you doing? Don't get away from me! Stay on him! Infidel! What are you doing? You're a dead man!
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsunuz?
Then you put it down!
I said nothing to save
Two welcomes to you, my friend. Have you found what you seek?
Not yet, Rafiq.
Oh, I see. Under the influence of a narcotic, perhaps?
No. Why would you even suggest it?
It's just that your target is clearly in the academic district, and yet here you are, stumbling around the bureau.
I'm not stumbling.
So defensive. Feeling paranoid? A bit out of sorts?
I'll be going now.
Keep mind and body pure, Altair. Resist further temptation.
Be wary, friends! Everywhere! Watching, waiting! He tempts us always! Be strong like Salahadin! And take up arms against our enemies in whatever way you can!
I beg of you! I beg of you, just a few points, please!
That sure to be the mark. Erhal alal Baum!
Please, I must go. This letter must be delivered, and I cannot risk upsetting him.
Listen to yourself. You are his puppet. Give up this task and join us in our fight.
No. I have a wife and child to think of.
Which is exactly why I've come to you. Is this the kind of world you want your son brought up in?
It will pass. If you just wait, he'll stop, and everything will go back to normal.
Every day, more is lost, and no way to reclaim what's taken. There will be no going back. You know this to be true.
Enough. I am leaving.
Dirty little thief! You'll see what becomes of pickpockets!
Please be more careful next time.
Bir mi lazım?
أنت حثالة! رأيتموه لا تدعوه. Watch it.
Be gone, pest!
إذا رأيتموه لا
Someone's going to kill her.
Durdurun onu!
أنت تتبع طريق الضلال وآتي إليه. اقبضوا عليه! اقبضوا عليه! هل يراه أي أحد؟
I'll have your hand for that!
Kaçmasına izin vermeyin! Kovalayın!
I will catch you!
I'll have your hand for that!
Kaçmasına izin vermeyin!
God almighty!
Be wary, friend!
What news, Altair?
I've learned much about my enemy.
Share what you know then.
Jubair has become obsessed with purging the city of its knowledge.
A most terrible crime. Now I see why Al-Mualim wants you to remove him.
He's using the city scholars to assist him. They go out into the streets, harassing the people and collecting all their written works. I fear he intends to destroy them all.
He must be stopped.
That's why I'm here. He's to hold a meeting soon, at the Madrasa al-Qallasa. It's where I'll go. It's where I'll take his life.
I'll leave you alone to prepare. Bring glory to the Brotherhood.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
It's a tragedy.
Leave this place.
But I say, this is an honor.
Come back now.
I'd leave if I were you, before I really get angry. God damn you! Leave me alone! Are you a friend of mine? No? So get away.
He's going to hurt himself.
You have no business. It's forbidden for you to be here.
Every single text in this city must be destroyed. My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason.
And what reason is this?
They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is.
How can you accuse these scrolls of being weapons? They are tools of learning.
You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes you weak and stupid. You trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? Or why? No, you simply accept their words without question. And what if those words speak falsely? As they often do. This is dangerous.
You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them.
You love your precious writings? You'd do anything for them?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Then join them! Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me? Good! Your orders are simple enough. Go out into the city, collect any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed.
Infidel! I'll get you!
Citizen! Bring forth your writings!
Found him! I'll take
them in the past before me!
Infidel!
Go and embrace the truth of my words!
He just killed somebody!
Kaybetmeyin onu! Gözüm kapalı bile yenerim. Kime boyun eğiyorsun? Hırsız! Gebereceksin.
A few coins. All I ask is for a few coins.
Anyone can put ink to parchment. Anyone! Such power! Such influence!
Kime böyle? You can't escape! You are not supposed to be... Ya!
They seem safe, but it is a trick. Fell words give way to evil deeds. Look around. All the land is consumed by wickedness because of texts like these. No more! If you truly value peace, if you truly wish to see an end to war, give up your books, your scrolls, your manuscripts, for they feed the flames of ignorance and hate. They seem safe, but...
How did this happen?
Where is the one responsible?
أيها الناس! That these barbarous acts might be avenged! Pray that God, glorious and exalted is He, find favor on earth! And the Hokana!
Look! Leave. You are not supposed to be here!
Now, infidel!
A la risk!
لقد وجدنا من I'd leave if I were you.
Belki sefer elimiz kime boylayın istiyorsun? Belki farkında değilsin ama hali hazırda. Kime vermek istiyorsun?
لص حقير سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك.
What have I done wrong?
ارحل انت
of the Mass, you are doing the right thing. Let us cleanse this city of its poisoned past. This is a righteous act, and from the flames shall be born a new era, one of truth and unity, governed by a singular wisdom. Join us, you... Why? Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. It's an illness, for which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you are rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders? That fill Salah ad-Din and his men with a sense of righteous fury? Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice. It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
Altair, tell me you've met with success.
Yes. Jubair's fires are extinguished. His life as well.
Excellent news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
You should have seen it. The scholars followed him so readily. Wasn't just books they fed to fire either, but any man who opposed them.
Such ignorance breeds only evil. You've done a good thing this day.
As with my other targets, he believed he was doing the right thing, clearing a path to a better future.
Of course he would. Such is the landscape of a madman's mind.
The things I've seen these past few weeks, it's as if all the land has gone mad.
And this is why we fight to end the war, that sanity might return. The people are desperate for direction. It's easy for men like Jubair to prey on this and turn them towards evil. You should go, Altair. Return to Al-Mualim. Tell him what you saw. Let him know the good you've done this day.
Safety and peace, Rafiq.
Upon you as well.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Not a lot of time, Vidic.
Understand there's a narrow launch window.
Wherever it's hidden, time to retrieve it.
Working on it.
And when it's done,
He'll be taken care of.
I want that progress report by tomorrow morning.
I've got some work I need to do. So you've got the rest of the night to yourself.
I think there's a problem with the Animus.
Nope, it's working fine.
I'm pretty sure it just ejected me
I'm
when
pretty sure you should shut up.
You ready to finally tell me what's going on?
We have to stop them, Desmond. When they access that last memory of yours, they're just getting started. They want to change everything. The way we live, the way we think, the way we are. You've gotten the lecture from Vidic about what's wrong with the world, how we need order and discipline, so they're going to give it to us. Only we don't have a say in the matter.
How?
The Templar treasure. They think it...
Miss Stillman?
I'm here.
I need you to upload Desmond's files to the database.
Got it.
Time's wasting, Mr. Miles.
Yeah, I'm coming.
We're nearly done, you know.
And then what?
You'll see. Maybe they'll even let you watch when it begins. It's not as terrible as you think.
Look, I know you're not gonna let me leave. So why not tell me what's going on? Humor me.
I'm not an idiot, Mr. Miles. I think you've already learned quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me ask you something else then.
Yes?
Some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Animus, sometimes it seems wrong. Untrue, like the history is off somehow. It doesn't
what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it. Or that the moon landing was a hoax. I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days. A bestseller, too.
Where's this going, Doc?
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true?
Everything is permitted.
Yes, exactly. It's part of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
Touché, Mr. Miles. Now that I've answered your question, can we begin?
Take your time. When moving slowly, you reduce your chances of attracting unwanted attention.
my student. We have much to discuss. We are close, Altair. Robert de Sable is now all that stands between us and victory. It is his mouth gives the orders. His hand pays the gold. With him dies the knowledge of the Templar treasure and any threat it might pose.
I still don't understand how a simple bit of treasure could cause so much chaos.
The peace of Eden is temptation given form. Merely look at what it's done to Robert. Once he tasted of its power, the thing consumed him. He saw not a dangerous weapon to be destroyed, but a tool. One that would help him realize his life's ambition.
He dreamed of power then?
Yes and no. He dreamed and still dreams. Like us, of peace.
But this is a man who sought to see the Holy Land consumed by war.
No, Altair. How can you not see when you're the one that opened my eyes to this?
What do you mean?
What do he and his followers want? A world in which all men are united. I do not despise his goal. I share it. But I take issue with the means. Peace is something to be learned, to be understood, to be embraced.
He would force it.
And rob us of our free will in the process.
Strange, to think of him in this way.
Never harbor hate for your victims, Altair. Such thoughts are poison, and will cloud your judgment.
Could he not be convinced then, to end his mad quest?
I spoke to him in my way, through you. What was each killing if not a message? But he has chosen to ignore us.
Then there's only one thing left to do.
Jerusalem is where you faced him first. It's where you'll find him now. Let this final offering lend you strength. Go, Altair. It's time to finish this.
What a fool! Hold your blade. Become one with it.
What's he running around?
What's got him? He seems to be in a rush. What is that fool running? What a fool. What's got into him? Is that fool running? Ah!
You can create diversions with dead bodies. Soldiers will leave their posts to investigate them, allowing you to enter the area they were guarding.